Attention has now been focused on the prices of fuel after the price of a barrel of crude oil fell to $36 in the global market recently. It has also been reported that with the drop of crude oil prices in the world market, fuel prices in Saudi Arabia have been increased by 40%.
Saudi Arabia said yesterday this year's budget deficit amounted to $98 billion as lower oil prices cut into the government's main sources of revenue, prompting the kingdom to scale back spending for the coming year and hike up petrol prices. A royal decree announced that petrol prices would go up by 50% effective today. Even with that jump, Saudis will pay just 24 cents for a litre of 95-octane gasoline, less than $1 per gallon. The Saudi-based Jadwa Investment estimates the government spends around $61 billion on energy subsidies annually, almost $11 billion of that on gasoline alone. The deficit represents a sharp turnaround from just a few years ago, before oil prices tumbled in mid-2014. Instead of cutting oil production to drive up prices, Saudi Arabia has aggressively kept its production levels high, in what analysts say is an attempt to keep its market share. The government said it is anticipating $137 billion in revenue for the coming year, around $26 billion less than the total of 2015. Saudi Arabia and its Arab Gulf neighbors have been working to diversify their economies and decrease their dependence on oil, and to support the private sector to absorb the millions of young people coming into the workforce. Darshana Silva from Saudi Arabia, who contacted Newsfirst, stated that the filling stations in Saudi Arabia have been closed down since last night, subsequent to the increase in fuel prices. The prices of fuel increased since 12 midnight. This is the first price hike that has taken place under King Salman. All filling stations have been closed, and this has affected everyone living here. 40% price hike has been reported.